Most bankers aren't ready to help you until after their third cup of coffee. But with Central National Bank's after-hours service, you don't have to wait for the bank lobby to open to get help. You can contact us from 6 to 8:30 in the morning or from 5 to 10 in the evening, and we'll connect you to a real, live, local person who can answer questions and fix problems 7 days a week. Bank different. Bank Central. Central National Bank. Member FDIC.
This Friday, your favorite emotions are back on the big screen in Disney and Pixar's Inside Out 2.
It's time to greet your Team Riley! It's anger!
Let me at him!
Fear!
Safety checklist is complete!
Disgust! Ew, ew! Sadness is in the house!
Oh, no.
Hello, I'm anxiety. I'm one of Riley's new emotions.
Disney and Pixar's Inside Out 2.
There's a part 2? We're going!
Rated PG. Parental guidance suggested. Only in theaters Friday. Get tickets now.
This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Hey everyone, you're listening to The Public Affair with me, Andrew G. I see someone different every episode, but do me a favor, keep it between us. Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Andrew G, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Public Affair. I'm so excited to have these next guests onto the show, and I'll tell you guys why later on in the show, because it's something I've kind of never done, or, the circumstances were kind of different in inviting these two guys on, but they are notable bartenders, and I'm pretty sure you guys have known them, because all y'all do is go to the bars. That's all you guys do. No, I don't care. I cannot stand waking up at 5 in the morning, and y'all are at the bars, getting out of the bars, still drinking at the house. You know what I mean? I will not Uber past 10 p.m. I won't do it. Okay? Listen, but before we continue, I definitely want to use this Snapchat makes me sick. But I definitely want to use this opportunity to thank you guys again so much for all the love and support. Of course, to Mike Hamilton at Rogue Media Network, who is staying to produce this episode. I truly appreciate you, bro. Now, before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity. I just got to give a shout out to just a few of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. This episode is brought to us by David Santabañez with Linear Real Estate. He is the #1 sales agent in his office. He's going to help you buy a home. He's going to help you sell a property. If you guys don't know what you're doing in the home buying process, my boy David is going to help you from start to finish, because I know that that's a very complex process, but he's going to help you because that's what he does. That's why he's the #1 realtor in his office. That's right. Y si habla español también. Make sure you follow him on Facebook at David Linear. Call the number on the screen for all your real estate needs, darling. My boy David, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. This is giving dinner tonight. Armstrong's Bayou Cafe. My girl Anika Armstrong at Union Hall and at Union Grove. And at Union Hall, she's even opened the po' boy bayous. So oh my God. I rolled around in a blackened chicken po' boy the other day, and I slid in somebody's DMs and got laid the next morning. It was amazing. So good. She's serving the most authentic Cajun cuisine with a wide selection of signature crab cakes, pastas, po' boy seafood, and more. Listen. My favorite, though, is any pasta that you can get. Any pasta that she has on the menu is my favorite. Isn't it great?
Cajun pasta.
Oh, the Cajun pasta, seafood pasta, everything is delicious. Listen, guys, go check her out at Union Hall. Go check her out at Union Grove and Woodway. Follow on Facebook at Armstrong's Bayou Cafe. Thank you so much, Anika, for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, my boy Manny Guerrero at Blue Star RV Services. He's a mobile RV tech who can fix all RVs. I'm talking about travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and so much more. It's hot. The ACs be broken. And I know that when you guys be trying to sell food off them food trucks, it's nice and sweaty in there because the AC went out. But that's okay, because my boy Manny Guerrero is going to go and he's going to help you out and get that taken care of. Him and his team is absolutely 100% professional, and they are reliable. Follow on Facebook. Call the number on the screen of Blue Star RV Services. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, Ahsoka Soccer Academy with Dominic Gutierrez and Ariana Gutierrez. They offer team, small group, and individual skills training, and is probably the best daycare service in Central. There, I said it. Yeah, I don't care. It's my show. I can say whatever I want. The best daycare service in Central Texas. All right, guys? They also offer superb skills training with professionals like George De Leon, so make sure you guys hit him up as well. Follow on Facebook at Soko Soccer Academy, and The Public Affair remains a very proud sponsor of the Soko Soccer teams, coached by my very best friend, Coach Mauro Maldonado. Keep doing it. You and the kids. Oh my God, they're phenomenal children. Phenomenal, amazing children. Shout out to the parents, everybody that I'm rooting for you guys all the time. And of course, I'm not going to go on without thanking Banda's hauling service with Julian and Anabanda. They rent dump trailers, you fill it up, they haul it away. They also do junk removals and tree brush removals, and they haul cars in and out of town. I know you guys be having them big parties too. It's giving parties this summer. Make sure you rent a dumpster with them so there's no trash on the floor. All right. And he's 100% reliable. If the car breaks down late at night and you're stuck at Putters or Trojan's Cork and Keg, he can come pick you up no matter what time of night it is. Yes, that's right. The Panda's hauling service. Right. Okay. Because they're tired. They're tired and they're booked and busy. Yes, that's right. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. All right, guys. So like I said, I've been super excited to have these next guests onto my show. Now they gave me this drink. Now, Nick, what is in this drink and did you roofie it?
I mean, just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Okay.
So
You can
they're expensive nowadays.
Yeah, right. Well, if Nick wants to take me home, he can. You can take me home after this, all right? And I hope it kills my toothache because I'm battling a raging toothache. And I'm not going to say why I agitated it. But no, wait, what's in this? Because it's giving summer. It's giving refresh.
Oh, yeah. So this is the blackberry punch. You can get it at Trojans or Putters. It's got a crown blackberry, lemonade, a splash of cranberry, and a splash of Sprite.
Okay, I like it. There's a lot of splashes in there.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Splash, who was on this podcast. Well, I love him. I love him so much.
That's my boy.
Don't you love Splash?
Oh, yeah, I love him.
I love Splash.
Love him.
I want to be Splash. I want Splash's life. I love Splash. Anyway, listen, you guys, as you can see, I have two very notable bartenders here in town. You guys probably know who they are because all y'all do is go out to the bars, get drunks, and I'm so tired of seeing these Facebook fights. I'm so tired of seeing you guys fucking snatch each other's wigs at these bars that are just trying to serve you up drinks, and they serve me up a drink here on The Public Affair. I'm very happy to welcome, from left to right, we've got Cristian Gonzalez, and we have Nick Salinas here on The Public Affair. Local bartenders. Yes. No, thank you guys for coming such short notice, and we'll get into like why the circumstances are so different for you guys to be here in just a little bit. Okay. But I just want to thank you guys again for making it on such short notice.
Of course.
Appreciate you for fucking having us.
Yeah, no, of course. And Cristian, I did not know. First of all, well, I just want to say, you're cousins with Brittany.
Yeah.
I love her. I love Brittany. I love Brittany. I love Abe. Those are my people. And so as soon as, yes, Abe told me that you were Liddy Kitty. That's what he said. And so if you want to be Liddy Kitty on the show, you can.
We'll see how much.
Okay, and if you want to take me home, because I used to try to get your brother to take me home 10 years ago. I'm kidding. Shout out to Alex. No, I'm saying, no, shout out to him. shout out to Alex. He's going to watch the show. And he knows. No disrespect. I hope he's doing well.
Hey.
Okay, there you go.
We got to talk about some.
Just keep it off the show.
No, yeah, besides that.
No, big shout out to him. No shade. It was cute. I think he's friends with my cousins, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Shout out to Letty and Tasha. Yeah. I don't know if they're still friends. Anyway, okay, so no, listen. All right, so I'm so grateful that you guys are here. I've been wanting bartenders on the show, but you guys be booked and busy. All y'all do is work nights.
Always.
Yeah, you guys work
late nights.
Your bitch ass told me that you were off today, and then he told me he went to go open Putters.
He was supposed to be.
Oh,
supposed to be.
Yeah. Why?
Just circumstances just happen.
Okay, like people calling in.
Yeah, calling in and like they need help. Just like, hey, come in later. Can you just open this, close that? And,
today's circumstance was rare.
Right, but on the day of the show.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for making it happen. I truly appreciate it. Now you work at Putters, Cristian.
Yes.
And then, Nick, you are the GM at Trojans.
Indeed.
I'm not going to lie, I hate going there.
Why?
Because it is so small.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot, you guys need to expand. But I will tell you this. I'm not a night person anymore. Now, we talked about chefs off camera. Yeah. But I used to be at chefs.
RIP.
Yeah, for real. I used to be there every Sunday, 250 you call it. But I will say the only bar that if anybody invited me that I would really go to is Putters.
Yeah.
I would say, because I don't know if it's the arcade cabinets or what, but I've always liked the vibe. And the bartenders there have been very kind with me. I got drunk there before the Waco Awards. And I go there and I get fucked up and I'm like, I don't think I'm going to win. And they get me nice and drunk and I win. And so...
Two separate vibes. Two completely different vibes.
For sure. No, so you guys are bartenders here in town. Now, before we continue, because I have so many questions. I have so many questions about just all the crazy shit that you guys see every weekend, which I'm sure you get fucking tired of it, right? I'm sure you get just exhausted. Cristian, tell us a little bit about yourself. Are you from here? Well, yes, but stuff like that.
Yeah. All right. So I was born and raised here. I actually never went out before I was 21.
Oh, okay. You were good.
Unlike everybody else.
Yeah.
I would have never
I don't want nobody in my DMs talking about you lying, Cristian, all
right? No, and then, as soon as...
them Gonzalez's.
No. But I was only 21 for, 10 months.
Yeah, okay.
Went out 10 months. Got plastered.
Plastered at the
every
bars.
month.
Right.
But then I ended up moving to Austin for about 9 years or so. That's whenever I actually got into the nightlife aspect.
Oh, sure.
I was promoting, DJing, events and shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the last 4 years or so,
right.
I would bar back music festivals over there in Austin.
Oh, okay.
Every now and then.
Got you.
So that's kind of what got me into that, and
sure.
I actually like doing it. Kept me busy, kept me just doing that, and kept me from spending money on alcohol.
For sure. Oh, because you're just getting it for free.
Yeah.
Did you like the Austin nightlife?
Oh.
Did you?
I
can't stand 6th Street. Don't invite me to no 6th Street.
Yeah, I don't go to 6th Street that
And
much
what's the gay
anymore.
one? 4th Street? I don't want to go there either, all right? Keep me at the hotel with the pool. That's where I want to be, all right? With the sushi and my mimosas.
I always go to East 6th. the other side of the highway.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot more like dive bars and like less ratchetness.
I'm not. You know, you guys know those people that only like to go out of town. Like I can only go out in Austin. Bitches, fuck out of here. Okay, that's 2 hours. I'm asleep. Like I don't. Okay, fuck out of here. I'm done. I don't even want to go up the street downtown in Austin.
The thing that gets me is they go and they drive back.
That's crazy. I did that one time. I was coming back at 5 in the morning. I said, never the fuck again. This is crazy.
Yeah, like my friends that go, they invite me out and like, even if you're driving, I'm driving, I don't.
Yeah, it's just a hard no.
Yeah.
That's just not. Now, Nick, how about you? So are you from here as well?
Born and raised.
Born and raised, okay.
So, born and raised here. I graduated from Midway.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
What year?
2014.
Oh, I'm older than you.
I'm a baby. I'm a baby.
Yeah.
My sister graduated 08. Kayla Salinas,
Oh.
Chris Pacina, her husband. They were both 08.
I didn't have friends in high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same.
You don't look too young. You're giving dad vibes.
But yeah, no, graduated Midway. And then I think I started bartending when I was about 20, actually.
Okay.
I was right 19, about to be 20. I started working at Trojans as a bar back, to tell you the truth.
What's the bar? Is that the people that clean?
Yeah,
That's
like doing dishes, stuff like that, sweeping, mopping.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
So started there when I was 19, about to be 20, and I've been there ever since. Went to Putters, became the GM there. Me and Cole, co-GMs for a little while, and then I just came back to Trojans. Cinco de Mayo was my 1 year at Trojans. GM.
Good.
So,
okay, got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet it was busy on Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Always, everywhere.
Yeah,
St. Patty's, Cinco, all those
Do you
holidays.
miss Putters sometimes?
I do. I do. I miss the people, you know.
Sure.
I miss, like, working with those guys.
There's more space to work in.
Yeah. Trojans is a smaller atmosphere. Completely different vibes, though, you know. Like, Putters is a little more clubby, I feel like, and Trojans is a little more dive bar.
Yeah. Are you single?
No, I'm actually engaged.
Oh, congratulations to
Yeah, just happened recently, too.
Recently, March. Yeah, Peyton.
Oh, shout out to Peyton. Okay.
Yeah.
Peyton, girl, okay.
She puts up with my bullshit.
I was just going to ask you about on a date, but you're not gay. Okay, so and we're not doing that just because it's Pride Month. So anyway, stop. Okay, you guys are from here, right? The bar scene has grown tremendously, I would say, in town. Like, I think even 10 years ago, we just...
Yeah, like 10 years ago, it was the same bars.
Right.
I moved to Austin, come back, and like there's a lot of bars shut down, but then like there's a few more. Like I had no idea about Putters because I moved back last January. And I heard about it. I like never fucking heard that place.
Okay.
And then I go there twice, and then third time I start working there.
Okay. Oh, got you. Okay, but you had already had bartender experience.
Bar backing experience.
Bar backing.
Yeah, I started out as a bar back. Shut up, bar back. Y'all go through some shit.
I need to stop.
It's kind of crazy because, like, I remember, so when he first moved back, I knew him from, like, church and stuff back in the day.
Kids.
And, like, Alex, his older brother and everything. And
He's
then,
your older brother?
And then when he started coming to Putters a lot more, I remember, like, offering him a job at Putters. And then now to see his success and, you know, because he started off as a bar back and now to see him growing into a bartender and everything, it's like...
Yeah.
3 months became bartender, had a key.
Like, what made you hire him?
His personality, you know, like he was a cool dude.
Is he personable?
Yeah, very.
Every once in a while. Depends on how much I had to drink.
Sure. Well, when he's intoxicated, he's very social and outgoing.
You better be careful because
you
know how it goes.
Yeah,
these gays have no chill. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
and you lived in Austin.
I only got offered free drinks in Austin one time.
Is that right?
Yeah. And
did you have to do something strange for the change?
Fuck no. My brother was like, "Hey, bro, you know he's not going home with you, right?"
Did he go home with your brother?
Probably. I have no idea where my brother went that night.
Okay, wait. So anyway, so as far as the bartending goes, right? Is this all you guys have done? Like, because I know with bartenders, it seems like I know bartenders who have been bartending since I was 20, 21 years old. I'll be 33 in a few weeks, and so you know, I just. They seem to, like, I guess it's called not bar hopping. What is, like, you guys work everywhere.
Yeah, like multiple, like there's a lot of like service industry people that work at multiple places. Sometimes it's like they're consistent like Monday through like Friday and shit like that, but then they're fill-ins at other places if they need help.
Work wherever you want.
Yeah.
A bar's a bar.
Yeah, like we have like 2 or 3 fill-ins over that Putters.
Sure.
But they work there 9 and 5 during the week, and then if we need help, someone needs a day off and shit like that on the weekend, they want to work. Hey, yeah.
Do you find? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, like, that's not the only thing I've done. Okay. But I mean, it has been my career basically for the last 10 years of my life. 9 years of my life.
Yeah, and I'd like to get more into that as far as career aspect, because it seems like a lot of people make that their full-time gig.
Yeah, like
nothing wrong with that.
It's very lucrative if you're good at it. It's a craft. You know?
Like I was doing part sales for like AutoNation shit like that for like 9 years, and just like I got burnt out.
Sure.
After a while, and like started like bar backing over there in Austin, then came back over here, and then like the last year, like this has been like my main source of income.
Yeah. Okay.
Just bar backing.
Is there a difference between bartender and mixologist? I've been watching that bar show with that fucking guy John Tafer.
Oh yeah,
I love him.
There's a little difference.
Okay. Yeah.
Bartender, I always think of more of like a speed bar, you know, Trojans, putters. You're going to go out and they're just going to make you something. Whereas mixologists really, really, really take the time to study their alcohols. And they know what pairs well with certain things.
Do you have a lot of issues with your bartenders overpouring?
To tell you the truth, for both of our...
Whose phone is going off? Excuse me. No, answer the phone.
I don't even know who that is. Honestly. Local number, but
excuse me.
Sorry, I definitely thought I had that. I'm sorry. But where were we? I'm sorry.
Mixologists.
Oh yeah, the mixologists really, really, really
like
take
study
the time.
The craft.
Yeah, they really study.
So nobody here is a mixologist.
No, I mean
not really. Like
maybe some of the bartenders at like Diamondbacks or you know some of the high end restaurants, maybe. But I really don't think I know.
One of the things on that show though is that the overpouring is a big thing. You guys are not having?
So between us, I will say this:
our
training. Well, no, I mean as in between our bars, our training and everything. I feel like is so good that we don't necessarily have that issue too much. Granted, you're always going to have people that maybe newer or some that have just been there for so long they just get complacent and they don't feel like their job can be threatened.
Okay, gotcha.
You know, because when Cristian pours a drink, I can count and I can know. Like me watching him pour, I know whether he's over, under, or perfect.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, we have a system to.
Okay, wait. So if I tell you to make me, I don't know, what is cherry vodka sour? That's simple, right?
Yeah,
cherry and vodka sour.
So you're gonna get an ounce of vodka in there, but like me watching him pour that vodka, he can tell whether I'm over, under, or perfect. You know, just by watching. Like we have a counting system that we have.
Okay.
And so like it's weird being a bartender, right? Because you go out to a restaurant and you watch your bartender make you a drink, right? And you're like, wow, they just fucking shorted me.
Are you serious? Are you guys like that?
Like, it's just a habit, you know? We just naturally count no matter what.
Not like you're wanting to judge them, but like, you're just watching, like, you know what's going on.
Sure.
I'm not going to say anything to him, but yeah.
Okay.
Like you know what's going on. It's like, oh, damn, okay.
Right. That's too much.
It might affect their tip.
But you guys probably get a lot of complaints too about my drink's not strong enough.
You just have a problem, bro.
yeah. And so how do you handle? I mean, you're the GM.
Yeah.
Like so, you're running shit. So how often do you have to get involved with these ratchet ass people?
And it's so funny because like that's one of the biggest complaints at a bar.
Sure.
And you know with like you said, like with how us watching each other and knowing that we're perfect, basically, like, or even if it's a little bit over, you know what I mean? Like, it's fine. But you basically just kind of have to tell them they're an alcoholic without telling them they're an alcoholic.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, like,
that's gotta be annoying, though.
It is. Because it's like, all right, let's say an Adios, for example. That's the biggest drink. Adios or in the Long Island's the biggest drink in the world that somebody's like, I just don't taste it. And it's like, you're not supposed to taste it.
There's 4 different liquors in there, yo.
But it has sweet and sour and Sprite to mask it.
And I know them Long Island's be sneaking up on you.
They do.
Okay, yes, they do.
They get you lit. L-I-T.
Oh, yes,
they come naturally as a double as is, so you know that there's alcohol in there.
Okay, got you. You sound like you have a lot to get off your chest, and I'm really happy that you came
on.
No.
That's just my pet peeve.
Yeah,
that one thing really irks me.
But I'm sure it happens all the time. You know, I had April Nunn on the show many years ago. I don't know if you guys know. Yeah,
I knew April.
And she, I think it was her who was telling me, you know, the difference between like a drink that you order from the bar versus a drink that you order at a restaurant. Like, so when you're at a restaurant, it's a different setting. You're not supposed to be getting litty kitty and, you know, standing on top of the bar and this and that. So the drinks will be a little bit weaker. Is that fair to say?
I mean, it should be the same.
Oh, okay.
Or whatever. Like, usually, well, it depends on how they pour the drinks. Some, like, there are different stipulations, like bars and restaurants. For a single, usually it's an ounce.
Sure.
But sometimes it's like an ounce and a quarter, ounce and a half somewhere else.
Yeah.
And shit like that. But Yeah, for the main part, it's usually like an ounce. And
so you know how much ounces it is just by like off the top of your head?
Just
or, like what's your counting
repetition.
system?
Just repetition.
Is it like one
so
Mississippi? Like
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, literally.
Really like that?
Like
Okay.
you know, like the way I train people, you know, like an old school like British fire truck. That that's an ounce.
Is that an ounce?
Yeah, like
the
that
is an ounce.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm simple. Just give me a Michelob.
Yeah,
I just want the beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Especially whenever you see the bars.
Wait. What's the craziest shit somebody's ever ordered? Because you know people be trying to be extra.
Like
someone tried to get like an Aperol sour or whatever. I'm like, I told him, hey bro, like we don't carry Aperol. Like, can you make something close? Like,
no.
I was like, here's some melon and soda, bro. And then he got it like this is nasty as shit. I'm like, I told you we don't have it.
Yeah.
The craziest thing for me is like, and I mean, actually enjoyed this shit.
Yeah.
It's called a California Wildfire.
Okay.
And it's a shot of tequila with about 5 dashes of Tabasco in there.
Oh,
I could do that.
Oh,
Right
that's
now.
nasty.
Yes,
That sounds
disgusting.
nasty.
But the guy just loved it. Like, just came
No.
in, and that's immediately what he wanted.
When I used to party at Treff's, because we talked about Treff's and and so my cousin, shout out to Letty, she was a bartender there. You keep saying that. Do you miss that bar?
Dude, that was my favorite bar of all
Was
time.
it really?
Like, dead ass.
Oh my god, we were disgusting.
I don't even. We probably met there, you know,
We
and
probably
didn't
did.
even know it.
Did we make
Like,
out?
I mean, we could have.
Did we make out?
Black and Nights just-
We might have.
It was just such. I felt like for me personally, when that bar shut down, that was a sign for me to stop. That was a sign for me to slow it down, and then I did for a whole minute. Got a radio career, then I started becoming lit again.
I think I did slow down, honestly.
Yeah,
when
you have to slow
when-
down
when
because
Treff's closed.
hello, we probably drank them out of business.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
How much was your tab when you would go in there?
Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. Because my cousin worked there, I didn't pay her anything.
Yeah.
I would, and I think it's fair to say she's not a bartender anymore, and you know it's been years, but I think maybe this was not. I'm not saying it was me that shut down Treff's, but maybe it happened so much. Yeah, I would give her $20 and I got whatever I wanted all night.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that's what it was. You know what I mean?
So one of my bartenders now, who works for me at Trojans, used to work at Treff's. Big H. Do you know Big H?
No.
Okay. And then one of my good friends, shout out Chris Carbajal, he used to work there also.
I know him.
And so those guys, I hope the owner of Treff's isn't watching this, but every single time I went in, no matter whether I took 20 shots, whether I took 5 shots,
it was the same
my
thing.
tab was $11.
There you go.
$11.
So and maybe
that's probably why they're not.
But who's to say? Like, there's really nobody to blame for that matter. Maybe it was just had bad management for that. Like, because if that was the case, like if that was the case for you and that was the case for me, that was the case for a lot of people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so really, so you don't have that issue then, right?
No.
Because do you learn from a mistake like that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. 100%. Like
I feel like we're gonna get jumped. No, go ahead.
Like now that I'm like in the management side of things, like I will sit there and, you know, be watching my employees make drinks, whatever. And not that I don't trust them, but as soon as like I hear a customer order something from them, I'll wait a little while. I'll kind of go to the back, come back, and then I'll just go check that tab and be like, because I can see like the times that everything's rung in.
Right.
So I'll be like, hey, did you ring in that amaretto sour you just served? You know,
because like free drinks is not a thing with TABC. It's like it has to be paid for somewhere.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. So if I was saying, hey, you want a free drink, it's gonna get paid for by either me or somewhere down the line.
And just to clarify, you know, when we talk about Treff's and it shutting down, I mean, what was this, like almost 15 years ago or something like that, right? And so we were all young.
Back in my day.
The bartenders were all young. I think everybody was just trying to be cool. You know, I think even the person that was in charge, I'd be like, who's that guy? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and so, you know, I guess RIP to them. I felt like it was a sign for me. Like, I was like, I'm done here. Yeah. I can't do this shit no more. And
it's like a shift in life.
It made me hate karaoke because I used to be a karaoke night. Shout out to Chance. And I know he thought I was annoying and ugly. But you know.
We used to do karaoke there and at Fifth Street Ice House.
That's right. Oh, fucking Ice House. Anyway, you know, and then as far as bar etiquette for, you know, because I think that when it comes to etiquette and how you guys work, I mean, do you have to maintain a sense of professionalism? Because there's some people come to the bar and some of the bartenders, you know, they just have tits out. You know what I mean? Some of the guys are smoking. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. How do you run your bar and what's different?
I mean,
Monday, I had to deal with that almost Monday. Some girl was like, she's like, I'm like, no.
On Monday? One of the
on a
bartenders?
Monday at like 9 p.m.
Oh,
But one of the bartenders?
No,
Oh, just
not
some girl.
bartender.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, like as a bartender, like you can't entice that either.
Sure.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, no.
Yeah, you can't do that. They used to kick me off because I stay on the couches, but yeah.
No, but I mean, I feel like keeping like your atmosphere fun, but still keeping everything like tame is like the challenge, you know?
Sure.
Like, because you want to let people have fun, but at the same time, you've got all these rules and regulations that you've got to follow.
Right.
And the biggest thing is like girls want to stand up on tables or bar tops and start throwing ass. Like, that's what they love to do. But you're like, I don't want to be a party pooper, but hey, like you got to get down.
If you
like
fall,
you got to get down.
yeah.
It's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's just like it's about safety for you, for everybody else. It's like, yeah, like everybody wants to get home safe.
Right.
Yeah.
I got you. And you know what? I want to talk more about that, right? Because I have so many questions.
What's that?
Well, we got to take a break first.
Okay.
So we're going to take a quick break.
Hit my vape.
And when we get back, he's hit his vape. When we get back, guys, we're going to have more about how y'all be acting at the bars. We're going to get more about their perception on how you guys act at the bar and what you can do to better your behavior at Putters and Trojan specifically. So make sure you guys stay tuned here on The Public Affair. We'll be right back. It's already been 30 minutes. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this exciting episode of The Public Affair. My very special guests, Chris Gonzalez and Nick Salinas, bartenders at Trojan's, Cork and Keg, and Putters, respectively. Now, before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. This episode is brought to us by Osea Penguin Benitez with Funtown RV, the best in RV sales. That's right, it is giving camping season, and you guys want to make sure that you guys are camping in one of the best RVs sold with one of the best dealers, Osea Penguin Benitez. He's worked overtime to make sure you and your family are situated and settled in an RV best suited for you. I'm talking about toy haulers, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and so much more. Y se habla español también. Make sure you guys follow on Facebook at Penguin's Cool RV Deals and Tips and hit them up so that way you guys can make an appointment. Go get you a good deal on a beautiful RV. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Strike Pose Photography, my girl Myra Rosales, a digital photo booth business perfect for parties, private events, corporate events, and so much more. It's fun, it's convenient, it's easy, and she's also offering digital custom invitations and evites and sports photography. Basically, all your photography needs, that girls come up. Myra Rosales with Strike Pose Photography and offering competitive pricing as well. Follow on Facebook, call them on the screen. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to my boy Jesus Sanchez with Brothers Roofing and Remodeling from Mart, Texas, a small construction business from Mart, specializing in general roofing needs and so much more. Ew, why it's been storming? It's a storm every other day. And so I know the houses are hanging on for dear life. I know the shingles have all blown away. Make sure you call my boy Jesus Sanchez with Brothers Roofing and Remodeling. Come get that stuff taken care of, right? Get the houses inspected, the roofs tip-top shape. He offers high quality and affordable work. Y se habla español, call it him on the screen. And my boy, Jesus Sanchez, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, to Randy Orguin with Waco Decal Plug. He's a vinyl graphic artist and installer. Listen, Randy's perfect for everybody who's starting their own business or endeavor, and you guys need to brand your business and make sure everybody knows what it's about. He'll make you custom stickers, custom decals, all of that. I know y'all stay needing them. I'm so tired of y'all going on Facebook talking about who can make me custom decals. My boy Randy Orguin with Waco Decal Plug. Habla español también. Call for free estimates with the number on the screen. Randy, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. All right, guys, I've got more of my very special guests. You guys, thank you so much for coming. Can I just talk about the circumstances of why you guys are here? Yeah, because it's so great, and I feel like this was so meant to be. But like, so in podcasting, you guys, I mean, 4 years, and sometimes things happen and people have to cancel. So I was going crazy. Like, how the fuck am I going to get another person for the sake of content? Chris slid in my DMs at 5 in the morning. Yes, you did. It was 5 in the morning.
Yes, it was. I was barely getting out the bar, closing it.
No, and you know, when somebody's DMing you at 5 in the morning, it's the first thing that you think of. I'm like, I guess I'm down. Like, you know? and so, no, he said you should have a bartender on the show. I said, what are you doing tomorrow at 6? That was it. What are you doing tomorrow at 6? And then, of course, we incorporated Nick, which I thought would be a perfect. I wanted to get the GM perspective, bartender perspective together. So, again, it was so last minute, and I just really appreciated it. I don't regret this one bit. I wanted to challenge myself, too, though. Because we've never met. Yeah. We've never met. Like, I was like, my producer said, who are these people coming? I have no fucking idea. No. I don't know what they look like. I don't know what they sound like, but they're coming.
They could jack us. They could not.
And I'm having a great time. And again, I've been wanting to have bartenders on the show for a long time. Can we shout out Brandon Moreno?
Yeah, that's my boy. That's my brother.
Yeah, I love Brandon, but Brandon, when we schedule, can you please keep it? Brandon at Sam's Bar, which I love. And I love Brandon. He's so kind. He's so nice.
One of my best friends.
Please tell him to come on the show. Stop fucking with me. I know he's only available on Mondays when he doesn't have to.
Yeah, that's when they're off.
Yeah, when they're off. Okay. Yeah. Listen, out of the both of you, well, I know you're engaged, but before that, who was pulling the most girls at the bar?
Like out of all of the
No comment.
Just out of you two.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm single again now, so I got 2, 3, 4
Oh wow, yeah. Guys or girls?
girls
Or both?
No.
Well, I know you're into the gay scene. You know, your brother.
Yeah. I'm just like super comfortable and shit like that.
Okay,
myself,
got you.
But, yeah.
None of his friends ever tried to like.
Oh, they have. They're like, no.
They say no. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like no matter how many drinks.
That's how you know you're straight, because you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure. But no. But okay. But,
I won't say.
Yeah.
I won't say who pulled more, but I will say it. You can ask him too, and he can verify. It is a very easy. Like as a bartender,
to
like
pull girls.
Yeah, I mean, like dude, like every single day, even though I'm taking like numbers, like
Really?
you don't even ask for them.
Okay, got
it's
you.
Just like yeah.
And do you think the alcohol influences that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
very
call,
much
like,
so.
I'm like a 6, right? Like
Sure.
5 maybe. And, and I'm probably a 10.
I'm giving
when
you a
they're
10. No, I'm giving you a 10 sober. I think Nick is. You got. Yeah.
Yeah, and like that's one thing too. Being in a relationship, I just saw this thing the other day. It was like, if you're in a relationship with somebody that works at a bar, have that trust in them,
Right.
to make the right decisions, or else.
Oh yeah.
Like
It's gotta be
whenever
honest.
I was taking, I didn't do anything.
Sure.
Nothing at all. They
for
give
you.
numbers and like, oh, trash.
Thanks. Yeah. Okay.
Or give it to somebody
I literally
else.
give it to somebody else half the time.
How many
yeah.
guys gave you their number?
You know, shockingly, I've gotten a few. I would say in the last like 3 years, probably like 5 or 6.
Yeah, Nick, you're giving me. Yeah, you were giving me vibes. I'm not gonna lie.
Everybody always says
And
that.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Though.
I mean, I'm comfortable with myself. So
yeah.
I mean,
You never dipped in the man pond before?
I never did. No.
Okay.
No.
Not even after a few drinks?
No.
There's nothing wrong.
No.
It's Pride Month. It's okay.
It's okay to talk about it.
Yeah, now's the time. We're taking a bit of a different direction. He's coming out of the closet, and then he's side note, he's dating me. Okay, no. Okay, listen. So you mentioned before the break about keeping your bar. You know, you want everybody to have a good time, but you know, there's also rules that need to be set in place. I think in every bar here in town, there's their own atmosphere, right?
Yeah.
Some bars are super duper ratchet. Some bars are super not ratchet. What are the things that go into making your bar not the way you want it to, but like, you know,
so people bartending, people working doors, just like the entire atmosphere in your work culture, the people that actually work there. I'm pretty sure he would know my experience just because he runs Trojan and shit like that. But
Sure.
like, that's what I feel like.
Yeah.
And like, so.
Yeah, I mean, to piggyback off of that, I mean, he's right. I mean, like, having a solid crew in place, like, that is willing to follow your rules.
Right.
I mean, dress code. But, you know, dress code, it's one of those things. I mean, Grant, we're 2024. Like, it's so hard to have a dress code in Waco specifically that doesn't come across, like, racist in a way.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Like, some places, you know, like, no grills. I feel like that's a little too much.
That's too much.
That was
You
back
know,
in
but
2011.
Like, exactly.
Is that when was that when Five Bar opened? They got a lot of flack. No, they did, right? No, I love Five Bar.
I had no idea when
Shout
they
out
were
to
Five
DJ
ordered.
and DZ. No, because they were on the show, and I love them.
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
love them. Yeah. And I think they were going to ask me. No, wait, that's not that bar. I'm sorry. It's another bar asked me to do something for them recently. What the fuck?
With DZ? The Hangover?
Hangover.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
reached
shout
out
out
to me.
T.
I love them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was her.
Great
I think she messaged me.
Yeah.
No, I think it was
Great
when.
people.
I'm sorry. I think it was when Five Bar opened. No, and we can talk about it. It's fine. Like, I think they got a lot of flack for the dress code rule.
they did.
And I never thought about like that being an issue, but it seemed like they pushed the boundaries.
Yeah.
But now it looks like anybody's up at Five Bar. Like,
Yeah, I think they're more relaxed now. But
Yeah.
when they first opened, they did catch some heat.
Yeah.
They caught some heat.
do you think the heat was validated, or do you think that people blew it out of proportion?
I think it was a little bit of both, honestly. It might have been taken a little too far in regards to, like, you couldn't even wear, like, a jersey.
Sure.
Like, you know, Baylor kids wear jerseys.
Sure,
you know what
sure.
I mean? Like you couldn't have a jersey. There was a couple other things I can't quite remember. But,
Right.
yeah, it was a little bit of both. People were taking it a little way too far. And then I think they could have
They were a little
worded
bit
it differently,
excessive,
you know,
yeah.
and it was a bit excessive.
And you know, Big John was on this show.
Really?
The bartender. He
Yeah.
was on the show.
Yeah.
Not the bartender, excuse me.
The
The
bouncer.
bouncer.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah, I
fucking,
love Big John.
I love Big John.
Yeah.
Who's the other? He stays in my DMs trying to be on the show. I think he as the bouncer at your bar.
Dub?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dub, goddamn, give me a second.
Yeah.
Okay. He's always making hints about coming on the public.
Yeah. He's a funny character.
I'll invite him sometime.
You should get him on the show. He's hilarious.
He just be doing the most. Like,
Yeah.
Dub, relax. I see. I understand. I see your messages. I see your comments. I see your posts. I know you exist. You told me to get off the couch. Okay. Back in the day. Yeah. Okay. So no, but you think a lot of it has to do with.
So I think dress code.
Yeah.
Having the crew, and then I also think like he said, door guys. And then the big thing too is music, believe it or not.
Oh.
Like you want to have, you don't necessarily want to have a niche in music.
Okay.
Like between both of our bars, like we're not necessarily a hip hop bar.
Okay.
Or we're not a country bar.
Right.
We're not a Spanish bar. You know, you want to be able to include everybody rather than just like, you know, Backyard has that. I love Backyard, don't get me wrong. But Backyard has more of like a country vibe.
I feel like it's more country.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's fair to say.
And like and nothing against, you know, Five in those places. It's a little more hip hoppy.
Sure.
And like I love that.
Right.
But like us, we like to, you know, keep a wide demographic.
Reggaeton, hip hop, rap, like
a little bit of everything.
Just
you
like
know?
Warehouse is more Spanish oriented.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You know?
it's more reggaeton. Yeah.
Wide demographic, you know.
Yeah.
You're not marketing to one crowd.
Monster is the DJ.
Yeah.
Do you know I love him?
Yeah.
I love him so much. He was on this show too, and we've been friends for such a long time. And he's an amazing DJ.
Great.
So big shout out to him. Yeah. So do you think, I guess, a DJ like him who is pretty versatile?
Yeah, like an open format DJ is what they call it.
So music really does play a part.
Yeah, it does.
Okay,
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah, it
That's
does.
so weird. Think about it. Well, I guess, somebody did bring that up.
Yeah, because we had an emo night a few weeks back, and it's like just completely different crowd than what usually goes on there.
Sure.
And honestly, it didn't bring in as much of a crowd that we usually have,
Right.
but it was
brought
just
in
It brought
a
a different crowd.
Yeah.
I think that's good though. I think it's good to be versatile.
Yeah.
That's like this show. You know what I mean? I had bartenders, and before this I had a successful title person. Escrow officer, excuse me. You know what I mean? And then I have the OnlyFans model, and then the single woman. You know, I've had plenty of OnlyFans models. That's how I know you don't watch the show, you bitch. Okay, I've had 3 OnlyFans models on this show. Okay, Nick said, I watched him. I subscribe to C-Spit. No, so anyway, okay. So do you find it hard? Because I'm sure you're not working every day. Are you working every day?
I'm there every day except for Tuesday. So 6 days.
And
they
then
closed?
what, like
Well,
the
we're
last
closed
2
on
weeks?
Sundays. I lied.
Okay.
The last 2 weeks, there every day.
Yeah, because my barback was on vacation, and shout out to my barback Lute. Like, dude is just the goat, like of all barbacks. And so, like with him being gone, he went to Mexico. And he hadn't seen his family in 20 years. So So I was like, dude, go do your thing.
Yeah.
But with him being gone, I had to pick up a lot more slack.
Sure.
So I was there every day, just grinding late night. I mean, making Jello shots at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
6 a.m.
Yeah, it's like,
why?
just because
for the next day.
for the next day, I had to have them ready by the time I was open.
Do you order burritos and stuff? Or?
I bet the DoorDash driver probably thought I was crazy, but I was ordering breakfast at like 5 a.m.
I mean, bitch, where's my pancakes? No, I'm sorry. I don't mean to get too dark here, but does it affect your family? Do you have kids, or is just
I do not have any kids. Fiance, I'm engaged.
Okay.
End goal, though, to tell you the truth, like, this is a career, but however, end goal is to open my own place.
Your own bar.
That way I'm not having to be there, like, especially when I do get married in the next 2 years, year and a half. We haven't set a date yet. We're working on that right now.
I'm coming.
Been looking at venues. You're invited.
Coming. Yes,
You're
I know
invited.
I am. I'm just gonna
You're
go.
invited. It's gonna be big.
I was gonna pull up. What you talking about? Yeah.
There's so many being in the service industry. There's so many people that I want to invite, like regulars, friends. So it's gonna be a big wedding.
Oh God, okay.
It's gonna be big.
I don't know. As long as it's not like, shout out to Chris Carbajal with them crawfish boys.
Oh yeah, that's my
I'm
boy.
not gonna lie. He was always very. We know of each other too. He was always very nice with me, but I'm not going to the crawfish boil. Everybody's throwing up. It's hot.
That was just last weekend too.
Were you there?
Yeah.
Damn.
Was everybody throwing up in hot?
Yeah.
Who's that? They always snap this. What we talked about, Austin Montoya, who I love.
Yeah.
It's your cousin.
Yeah, that's my cousin.
Yes.
Yeah.
They always snap Big Sexy. Is that his name?
Wait.
It's this really big guy.
Oh, Will.
I don't know his name.
Yeah, so he's a bartender at Scruffs. Yeah.
Okay, and he takes his shirt off, and it's just out there, and then he's throwing up.
Yeah. It's either Will or Dennis that you're talking about.
I mean, he's crunk. Yeah, I mean, that's great. Okay, let's talk about, we talked about some of the biggest pet peeves earlier in the show where you guys were talking about, people complaining about the drinks. What about for you, Chris? What is the biggest pet peeve for you as a bartender when we're at Putters and we're over there getting ratchet as fuck and it's 12 in the morning? What is something that just drives you fucking crazy?
Okay, so for me, this is just my take.
Okay.
stop yelling my fucking government name if you know me.
Christian?
Damn it.
That's your name?
No, yeah, but like people that know me like at the bar or whatever, like regulars and shit like that.
Yeah.
Whenever it's busy and you start yelling my name, other people will start yelling my name that I don't even know. So I have 20 people yelling my name. I'm busy as shit, making drinks.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, hey, bro, like I see you and everything. I'll get to you. But I got like 5, 6, 10 other drinks. I'm making 15 lemon drops right now.
Wow.
I'm like, hey, I get you, bro. Like, I'll get to you.
Yeah. Okay. So there's people constantly calling
just
for you.
Yelling, cars
whistling,
in the air.
snapping.
No way.
No.
So disrespectful.
Someone threw a fucking bottle cap at me one time. I turned back around so fast. So I like,
you're better than me.
Do you kick them out? Or
I
what
would
do you
threw
do?
them out.
No, some dude yelled at me one time. I was like, hey, bro, you see what the fuck I'm doing, man?
Yeah.
I'm going over there getting a beer. Why the fuck are you still yelling at me?
my God.
And then his girl was like, oh, no. He's too busy right now. Hey, like, calm that dude
that's
down.
Why, can I tell you that's why I can't be no fucking bartender? No,
it's taking so much.
Yeah,
I meditate.
Do you
by
meditate?
taking shots.
Okay, so but people are constantly trying to get your attention.
Yeah, that's
think
my muscle.
It's fair to say too, because while I've never been on y'all's side of the bar, I have been a patron at a bar, and back Treff's is a perfect example. I was just drunk. I just want my drink and I want it now. You know what I mean?
And I've been there on that side of the bar too, doing the exact same thing.
But now we all understand.
Yeah.
So like now, I have that perspective on both sides. Right. I'm like, hey, come on, man,
just relax.
Yeah.
And I feel like I was that person at one point also, but now like that we are on the opposite side of the bar, it's like one of those things where when you do go out, you're like, all right, I know what it feels like, so I'm not going to do that.
Yeah,
I'm just going to sit there. Hey, I'm not going to say a name.
Just chill.
Yeah, just going to kind of
put my card up. Hey, you see it? Okay.
Exactly. But especially at a bar like Trojan, and no shade on your bar, it's cute.
Small.
It's cute, but it's small, and everybody's on top of each other. And I went one time, and I saw somebody. I thought he wanted to fight me, and I was like, "What do you mean? What is this?" Like, you know what I mean? Like,
on the weekends, it does get like that.
Right.
But the weekdays, it's actually a really fun spot to be in because in the weekdays, you're not going to have as many crazy people out. You're going to have a little bit more of a older crowd, local crowd. You
can become personable with your fucking bartender during the week,
exactly.
non-busy hours, and whenever you come in on the weekend.
We know you.
So I can come on a Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm not
like earlier, like earlier in the day. And shit
maybe
like
I'll come by after. Who's working after this? Who has to go back to work?
I probably have to go back to work.
Okay, I'll come visit. Okay,
I'll take a shot first.
You were just, I got shit to do tomorrow. I gotta. But
seriously, like he said, like when somebody comes in during the week and you get to build that rapport and that relationship with your customer, and then you see them on the weekend, you're like, okay, well that guy's a good tipper, so I'm gonna take care of them.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like if you only come on the weekends while it's busy, like I might see you like every fucking like weekend and shit like that.
Yeah,
or like, hey, nah.
But you don't know
like,
them.
Yeah, I don't know you like that. It's like. And I can't just like let you skip 3-4 people.
For sure. What's the rule? Do I have to tip you after every beer, or do I tip you at the end of the night? Do I open tab? Because I don't like opening a tab because when I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
And so like if I for instance if I went to warehouse back in October.
Yeah.
What's October? It was October. And so, who am I talking to? And so it was October, and I just want a beer as I want it. Every time, is $1 okay though if the beer is $3? Like,
yeah, that's more than.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
like because I don't know
like
what's
it's
appropriate.
just a beer. It's like pop it open, bam.
So
like,
they're not gonna get mad at me if I put $1 a piece.
No,
because eventually you end up probably making like $5.
I mean, if you're you pay by card usually though, right?
Yes.
Like I just hate doing it every single time. But I get it. Like people don't like opening tabs and shit like that.
Exactly.
So I mean, like if it's not really really busy, and like I don't mind
20%. Of your tip. So if you're throwing $1 a beer, you are more than covered.
That's more. Yeah. That's better than 25 cents.
Yeah. Sorry, you don't even get that. You literally just get.
Do you guys get a lot of non-tippers?
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Oh my god.
And that's how the majority how y'all make your money.
That's how we make our money. Yeah.
Oh wow.
People
Okay.
don't understand that though.
It's not the $2 an hour thing. Or?
I mean, we get $2 an hour, but when you've got to pay taxes still. You know. So at the end of the day, let's say we have to pay taxes at the end of the week. Yeah, because if not, we'll pay at the end of the year.
Yeah, like the other job that I never had to pay taxes. Like, I made like just where like I wouldn't have to. But this last year, I had to pay so fucking much. Like,
what? Oh wow!
What? I'm like, damn, I got to work like 2 months for this shit.
That's crazy.
So now our owner has it set up to where we can pay monthly. So it's like, all right, you made this much this month, so you owe me $400, $500 in taxes for the month.
Oh, wow, really?
Because our $2 an hour helps take some of that away. So you really paid, $700-800,
right.
but your $2 an hour kind of covered some of it. So then you're still out $400.
Do you guys do you guys do cover charges, right?
No.
Or you can, no. How do you guys? I'm not paying to walk in nowhere. How do you feel about that?
I don't like cover charges.
I will not pay to walk into any.
Unless there's like a show or something, or like there's a DJ that we bring in from out of town for some reason, even though Putters has never done that. Like, if there's no reason for you to pay a cover charge for any like extra incentive instead of just going to the bar.
Warehouse. Warehouse. Excuse me, $5 and everybody was getting kicked out every 5 seconds. Excuse me. Where I didn't feel safe. I didn't know. I had a great time with my friends. Don't get me wrong. No, I had a great time with my friends. Don't get me wrong. I paid $5 to go watch WWE.
Some places I can understand.
There, I'm just gonna say I'm sorry. I hate cover charges.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
I don't like them either.
I won't do it.
And I can kind of tell how Warehouse, just because they have like an actual dance floor and shit there.
Their DJ's not an out of town DJ. He used to be my boss. No, I'm not paying $5 to watch him DJ.
But places like that, places like that though, like they get a lot of people that'll go in there and they don't spend money. Oh. So they'll get fucked up before they even go to the bar. They'll pregame so hard.
Oh, because it's dancing.
Because they'll go out. They'll go out. They'll go to the house, get fucked up. Then they'll go to the bar and they'll order one beer and they'll sip it the whole night. So that's why they charge cover charges, so that way they can make some money.
Yeah.
But like places like like that have a band, a DJ, anything like that, I can understand. And then even some of the college bars, like Scruffs and even Austin's when they do their college night, I understand because some of them are minors, they can't buy drinks.
Okay. So that's the exception to the rule.
Yeah. But
for real, like minors, it should always be.
I feel like minors, yes, you should have to.
And get marked up, wristband.
If you're 21, I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't get it at all.
Yeah. Oh God. Okay. So basically, everybody stop calling your fucking name.
Please.
Everybody stop fighting.
Yeah.
Can we please stop fighting?
Yo, for real.
All stop fighting.
I'm tired of that, man.
Don't
we had
you
to close
hate that?
early two or three times in like the last 3 months.
Because of fights?
Yeah.
Oh, you closed early?
They just got so bad.
Really?
It was just huge fights that happened. I was like, yo.
Why do you think people are taking their fights to the bar?
Because they can't handle their liquor. And
is it just attention and like...
And
I hate that. I really do.
It's like people don't like people, and then
we're too old for that.
No,
we're way too old for that. I can't. There's one thing I can't stand is like when I see on social media and everybody's like, "Oh, I beat that bitch up at fucking putter." That was just
34 years old.
Yeah, bitch, like fucking 47-year-old men on my shit.
Yeah,
like I don't give a fuck. I'll fuck that nigga up, bitch. You don't got work. What are you doing? I'm in bed. Like, okay, like, I don't understand it. Like, that drives you. Is there a lot of fights these days at Trojans?
To tell you the truth, we really don't have too many issues. Knock on wood though, because it's been a while since we had a last fight. But I will say this with Putters gets a lot bigger crowd. There's a lot more people. Us with a smaller bar, it helps us because I can see something escalate and I can squash it before it ever gets to blows. Before they start throwing blows, I can squash it. Putters, they have a lot of door guys, but it's so damn big, you can't tell somebody's like jawing off.
Yeah, like I'll be yelling at the door guys, like, yo, but the music and just like everybody
and
yelling.
They're so busy behind the bar, they can't really pay attention.
And, I always try and pay attention, like look at the bar. Like sometimes I'll be pouring a drink and I'm just like, I pause and I just look across the crowd, see if I can see anything or whatever.
Okay, and then you kind of just like, hey, go check it out over there.
Yeah, like I'll try and get somebody's attention, stuff like that.
Sure. You know what? I've had the best time with both of you, but I know that there's just got to be that one thing that you guys get it off your chest. Nick,
if you ain't sipping, you ain't tipping.
I almost called you a different name. Nick, before we go, what is one thing you want to tell these people when they're coming to Trojans?
I think he just said it.
Okay.
Like, if you ain't tipping, you ain't sipping. Like, you ain't tipping, you ain't sipping. Like, plain and simple. Like, we will literally watch somebody come in the door, one of the regulars, and if you've been sitting at the bar all night, not drinking, I will see somebody come in, and they'll be like, hey, can I get this? I will purposely ignore you, and I will get that person a drink before because you're not tipping me. Because it's not worth my time.
They come in multiple times, buying top shelf, trying to show their money and everything.
Yeah, just flexing for no reason.
$1 on fucking $20, $30
or sometimes
tab.
not even.
Yeah, it's not even that.
Like,
so it's very known.
Yes.
If you come to Trojans and you guys don't want to tip,
and Putters,
they're not going to stop it. And Putters. Okay, got you. Is that what you wanted to get off your chest?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, I'm running back and forth, sweating like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
please,
man. Like,
please tip your bartenders.
There you go. All right, perfect. Well, listen, you guys, if you guys want to see Cristian Gonzalez, you guys can check him out at Putters.
just don't call me by my name.
Call him Chris Gonzalez. You can
Be
check him
like,
out.
Yeah.
hey, man.
What do we call you? Just Chris?
Chris.
Yo, not even. Just like, hey,
Just
what's up, bro?
We'll call him.
Call him bro.
Call him C. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, CG.
Yeah, CG. There you go. You guys want to see my boy Chris at Putters? Make sure you guys head over there. I guess you work every single day. And then of course Nick Salinas.
well.
Shout out to Trojans. I think
Yeah.
it's got to be a tough job managing a bar. Do you think you're doing a pretty good job and you have a well-rounded team?
Man,
Honestly, I think he is.
Why were you
For
gonna-
the last, no, because I just wanted to get it out there before, like,
Yeah.
the last year and shit like that he has been over there. I've heard nothing but like good shit coming from over there. So
I think so, honestly. I mean, not to sound like conceited or anything, but like when I took that job over, it was tough. Like going from Putters to Trojans, it was a huge pay cut right off the rip, just because business was bad. I mean, we were so slow, so dead.
Sure.
I made quite a few changes. We got new crew in there, and to tell you the truth, I think it has really, really taken off. It's not where I want it to be yet.
Okay.
I've still plenty of room to grow.
Right.
But where I'm at now versus where I was last year, it is 10 times better.
Okay, good. Well, you know what? I feel a little bit more comfortable hanging out at Trojans now that I had you on the show. I feel like I'm safe. And, Too Tough is there, too. And that's not my bad. Okay? Yes. And then, of course, Putters, I've always said, I'm not a night person at all. I'd much rather go to brunch. I'm a brunch person. But when I go to Putters, I'm going to look for you.
I got you.
Yeah, I don't know the white bartender.
He's a great
that's there.
bartender.
Yeah.
He
No,
really
I'm sure.
is.
It's just I've never... I feel like I have a lot to talk to
for
you.
like 10 months. Like,
Yeah, no, but I feel like I got a lot to talk to you about off camera. But anyway,
so take some shots.
We are. Thank you guys again so much for watching this episode of The Public Affair. Chris, Nick, thank you guys for your time.
Hey, thank you for having us.
No, yeah, it was such a
Especially
good time. And I hope that my fellow peers and my audience watching, they will have a different perspective when they go out now. I hope that they'll go out and y'all start behaving. I'm tired.
Yeah, like one thing to get across is like, hey, come out, have fun. Let's all get home safe.
That's it.
Yeah.
Call it Uber.
Exactly.
Uber.
Please, no drinking and driving, please.
Yes, and if you're a hot guy, you could just call me.
Because can I have one more thing? I'm gonna have one more thing.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of things. That's one thing that people probably don't really realize is that leaving the bar, if they were to get into an accident and kill somebody, we go to jail for their fuck up.
Oh, okay.
And we can lose our license. So
Sure.
please don't drink and drive.
Yeah,
Please,
like
please,
even
please.
though like we can cut you off and everything like that. And, like, don't get mad at me for cutting you off. I've already gotten like almost
just
slapped for
You have a job
like
to
cutting
do.
you off.
We're just
Like,
protecting our livelihood. This is how we make our
protecting
money.
you. I'm protecting me. Protecting the other people outside. It's like
I got you. No problem. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's 100% fair. Again, thank you guys again so much.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yes, of course. You guys don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I've got more of The Public Affair on the way before we go. I definitely want to use this opportunity. I just got to give a shout out to just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Elite Barbershop and my boy Sid Rodriguez. My boy Sam Ceballos actually cut my hair today, and it's giving snack. It's giving DMs. They're located on Hewitt Drive. You can call the number on the screen or download the Squire app. Walk-ins are welcome as well. They also have Marcus Guerrero, Chris Reyes, Santos Cordova, David Rodriguez, Isaac Chavez, Clint Fletcher, and Isai Reyes, and Kyle Berry. Over there looking as good as I have for more than 200 episodes of The Public Affair. Elite Barbershop. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Junior Banda with Fatboy Michelada Botana, providing the best Michelada and Botana plates for yourself or for a party. They're also offering the best aguachile, ceviche, chamoy candy, hot Cheeto pickle plates, and so much more. Oh, it's so delicious. It's so delicious. You can book now for an event. Call him on the number on the screen. Ask him if he can deliver. He might be able to do it if you're being nice. Remember, get the best and not the rest. Fatboy Michelada and Botana, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the J. Pedo and Poke with Junior Fuentes, Thomas Robertson, their entire I love J. Pedo and Poke. Providing delicious, savory Japanese crepes and poke bowls. They also have handcrafted Thai rolled ice cream for dessert. You can choose from menu item or just be like me. I like to be in control, so I create my own stuff on the J Pedal app. I love it so much. Locations on University Park Drive and on Hewitt Drive. J Pedal, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Hummingbird Party backdrops and decor. My girl, Ana Limones. That's right. Call for all party decor, including beautiful balloon props, giving an extra flair to your party or event with a number of wooden backdrops. And some of the wooden backdrops are handmade by the husband. We learned that on the show. All right, so they're fresh, and you don't want to be stressed doing a party. All right, call my girl Ana Limones. She's got you. Call the number on the screen. Hummingbird Party backdrops. Thank you so much. And of course, to Pollo Box and Audio, my boy Jeffrey Monreal, hoping for all your LED needs and auto accessories, installation of stereos, door speakers, and audio systems. He also specializes in building custom subwoofer enclosures and so much more. I almost did a show. He's a jack of all trades, your one-stop shop to get everything done in one roof. He did my tent. He did my starlights. He pimped my ride. And now my DMs are up 100%. To Jeffrey Monreal, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, to all of you, I truly appreciate you. Thank you guys again so much. Chris, Nick, it was so nice to meet you guys.
Yes.
And the first
Had a
time I've
blast.
ever just blindly invited somebody on the show. Good timing on the DM. But next time you text me that link, I'm gonna see. But don't worry, because I'm always gonna keep it between us. That's it. Woo! Of course, the Soka Soccer Academy with Dominic Gutierrez and Ariana Gutierrez, located at 3304 Franklin. Wait, they're not there. I keep forgetting. I have to delete that. Sorry. They're not there anymore. They moved.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.